Good morning to all of you. So today we are going to start our first chapter, that is some basic concepts of chemistry. So in this chapter we have to learn about some basic fundamental particles like atoms, molecules, and how they combine with each other to form elements and compounds. Okay. So basically chemistry is the branch of science which deals with all states of matter, okay, like solids, liquid, gases, and whether the substance is pure or impure, and how these substances are classified uh, into many parts like elements, compounds, and mixtures. Okay, so firstly, some basic concepts. We are starting from matter. What is a matter? Okay, so this we have already studied in our ninth class. What is a matter? So matter is anything which occupies space, possess mass, and whose existence can be felt by our five senses. Okay, so this is simply matter, and matter is classified into two parts. Okay, first is their physical classification. First is physical classification, and the second one is chemical classification. Okay, second is chemical classification. So in physical classification, we have solid, liquid, and gases. Okay. In physical classification, we have solid, liquid, and gases. Okay. So this topic, this lecture is very basic. Okay. We are just starting the chapter. We are just doing some basic concepts. Okay, so which we have already studied in our ninth class. So physical classification is of solid, liquid, and gases. Okay, so we can easily differentiate these three on the basis of some points, like solids have definite shape and volume, liquid have definite volume but not shape, and gases have neither definite volume nor shape. For example, if I have a beaker, ठीक है, in which hydrogen gas is present. Okay, so as I open the beaker, it will surround this whole room. ठीक है, तो वो क्या करेगा, इस सारे रूम में स्प्रेड हो जाएगी हाइड्रोजन गैस. इट मीन्स it neither have a definite shape, neither volume. ठीक है, so it will take the shape of the beaker in which it is kept. Okay, similarly water can also take the shape of the beaker or the container in which we kept it. ठीक है, second point of difference, solids, the intermolecular forces are very strong. In liquids, the intermolecular forces are in between solids and gases. And if we talk about gases, the intermolecular forces are the weakest. ठीक है, and then third point is on the basis of their intermolecular distance, intermolecular space. In solids, as they are rigid, so their intermolecular space is negligible or it is minimum. In case of liquids, the intermolecular space is in between solids and gases, and in case of gases, the intermolecular space is very large or it is maximum. Okay, now next point is on the basis of their density. Density is nothing but mass per unit volume. ठीक है, mass upon my volume. So in solids, as they are rigid, some more mass uh, can be kept in some little amount of volume. ठीक है, for example, if we take same amount of volume, and in first beaker we are taking solid, in second we are taking liquid, and in the third we are taking gases. So in case of first beaker, the mass is more as compared to second and as compared to the third one. ठीक है, so the density is maximum in case of solid, and in case of liquid the density is in between solid and gases, and in case of gases the density is the minimum. ठीक है, okay, next point of difference is on the basis of kinetic energy of the molecules. So in solids, as the molecules are rigid, as the intermolecular forces are very strong, so the molecules are closely packed. Okay, the binding force between the molecules is quite high, so they will not able to move. ठीक है, so their kinetic energy is very less. Similarly, in case of liquid, the kinetic energy is in between solid and gases. In case of gases, the kinetic energy of the molecules is quite high. Okay, gases can easily show the property of diffusion. They can easily diffuse from high concentration to low concentration. Liquids show the property of fluidity, ठीक है. Liquid can easily flow from a high level to a low level. Gases can also diffuse from a high level to low level, or flow from a high level to low level. So these are some basic point of difference between these three. Okay, so these we have already studied. Okay, next, chemical classification are of two types. First is pure substance, ठीक है. So our main focus is on chemical classification in this chapter. Our main focus is on chemical classification, pure substance and impure substance, ठीक है. Now what are pure substance and what are impure substance, ठीक है. So we are starting from the pure substance. Actually chemistry deals with pure substance, ठीक है. Generally chemistry deals with pure substance. Impure substance की बात बहुत कम करते हैं हम chemistry में, ठीक है. So chemistry deals with pure substance. What are pure substance? Pure substances are those which are made up of only one kind of fundamental particles, ठीक है. What are pure substances? What are pure substances which are made up of only one kind of fundamental particles, ठीक है. Which are made up of only one kind of fundamental particles. Now what are fundamental particles, ठीक है. So question arises that what are fundamental particles? Fundamental particles क्या होते हैं, ठीक है. So they are the basic unit of any substance, ठीक है. What are fundamental particles, ठीक है. I am taking an example. For example, we have an iron block, ठीक है. We have an iron block and I am asking some questions from you related to this block, like what is its density, what is its melting point, what is its boiling point, what is its reflective index, ठीक है. So it is not necessary to take 1 kg of iron. You just have you just imagine one fundamental particle of iron, then you can easily give the answers of the answers which are related to iron. Okay, so it means a fundamental particle have the power to give each and every information about that particular substance. Clear? So what is the definition of fundamental particle? It is the smallest substance, it is the smallest unit या smallest particle of any substance. It is the smallest unit of any substance which can give each and every information about that particular substance, okay, about that substance. Clear? So what is a fundamental particle? Fundamental particle is the smallest unit of any substance which can give each and every information about that particular substance. Okay, what are pure substances? Pure substances are those which are made up of only single kind of fundamental particles. Okay, so these pure substances are further classified into two parts. First part is element and the second type is element and the second type is compound. Okay, first type is elements and second type is compounds. Okay, now so what are elements? Elements are thus pure substances which are made up of a large number of only one kind of atom. Okay, so fundamental particle of element is atom, ठीक है. Fundamental particle of an element is an atom and the fundamental particle of a compound is molecule. It means if we want to know all the information about any element, so we should know about its a single atom, ठीक है. हमें एक single atom के बारे में पता होना चाहिए, then we can give each and every information about that particular element. In case of compound, we need to know about everything about its fundamental particle which is a molecule. Okay, so I think the concept is clear. So the fundamental particle for element is an atom and the definition of element is, it is the pure substance, it is the pure substance which is made up of, which is made up of a large number of atoms, ठीक है, large number of atoms of one kind, clear, of one kind. So right now we have 118 elements, we have 118 elements in our periodic table. So all are made up of atoms of their own kind, okay, they are made up of atoms of their own kind. Now what are compounds? So we can write the definition of compound similar in case of atom element, like it is also a pure substance which is made up of a large number of molecules, okay. This is the first definition, that it is made up of, it is the pure substance which is made up of a large number of molecules of a single kind, of same kind. Now second definition is on the basis of a law, that is law of definite proportion, that compound is a pure substance which is made up of two or more different kind of elements combined together in fixed proportion by mass, okay. So I am writing the definition, it is also it is a pure substance which is made up of one or more different elements combined together in fixed proportion by mass, combined together in fixed proportion by mass. By mass, okay. Now what does this mean, fixed proportion by mass? Okay, so this means that the mass of the different elements, the ratio of the masses of the different elements will always remain same, okay. If we want to form any compound, then we have to take the masses in the fixed ratio, ठीक है. For example, if we take water, I am taking the example of water, okay. Now the atomic mass for water is 1 and the atomic mass for oxygen is 16. So 1 into 2 ratio 16, which comes out to be 2 ratio 16, and it gives us 1 ratio 8. So now this mass is fixed, okay. This definition is incomplete if we don't mention this line, combined together in fixed proportion by mass, okay. So without these lines, this definition is incomplete. So this 1 ratio 8 is fixed. If we want to prepare water in laboratory, okay, or by any other means, so we have to take hydrogen and oxygen in this ratio. Water which is present in our country or in some other country, it always have this formula, and the masses ratio, the ratio of the masses is always 1 ratio 8, okay. Whether it is river water, it is sea water, or it is RO water, the formula will remain H2O and the ratio of the masses will remain 1 ratio 8, okay. So this is all about the definition of compound. Now one more thing, this water is a compound, okay. This water, if I am asking about its properties, so only oxygen is not able to give the all the information about this water, only hydrogen is not able to give all the information about this water. What we need a complete molecule, है ना, we need a complete molecule. So a molecule, imagine it like we have this, ठीक है. So we have a molecule like this, this is oxygen, this is hydrogen, this is hydrogen, ठीक है. A molecule, imagine it like this. So how can we form this molecule? With the help of atoms, ठीक है. So one oxygen atom and two hydrogen atom will fuse with each other, ठीक है, to form a water molecule, okay. So atom have no independent existence, some atoms have independent existence, but some atoms do not have independent existence, okay. So atoms क्या होते हैं? Atoms are the smallest unit of an element. Okay, atoms are the fundamental particles of an element which may or may not have independent existence. Okay, so write it in your notes that atoms are the fundamental particle of an element which may or may not have independent existence, like in case of hydrogen. Okay, hydrogen is an atom but it has no independent existence because there is no existence of hydrogen as monoatomic. Hydrogen on our earth crust exists as H2 gas. It means one atom of hydrogen will definitely combine with other atom of hydrogen to form H2 molecule. ठीक है, it will definitely form H2 molecule because its existence is as diatomic. Okay, diatomic. Similarly, oxygen, single monatomic oxygen has no existence. It also exists in diatomic form as O2. So oxygen atom is also not independent existence, has no independent existence. If we talk about some metals like sodium, so sodium can easily exist as monatomic. It means this atom is independently existence, has independent existence. So an atom can have, may have or may not have independent existence. In this way you can prove this thing. Okay, so like hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, okay, these all have no independent existence. Clear? So this is all about the formation of molecule from atoms. Okay, so for a compound, to define all the properties of a compound, we need a molecule. Like in case of H2SO4, for example, if we take H2SO4, H2SO4 is sulfuric acid. It is also a compound because it is also made up of one or more different types of elements. So if we talk about H2SO4 now, so only hydrogen is able to give all the information about H2SO4. Only sulfur is not able to give, only oxygen is not able to give. So what we need a complete molecule. So we have to imagine a molecule. ठीक है, तो बनेगा कैसे? With the help of 2 hydrogen atom, 1 sulfur atom and 4 oxygen atom. ठीक है, we are just imagining. ठीक है, हम just imagine कर रहे हैं. ऐसा नहीं है कि हाइड्रोजन के मॉलिक्यूल्स, हाइड्रोजन के एटम्स का साइज जो है वो सल्फर के एटम्स के साइज के इक्वल हो. ठीक है, दे ऑल हैव डिफरेंट साइज. सो वी आर जस्ट, हम जस्ट इमेजिन कर रहे हैं, दे आर जस्ट इमेजिनरी थिंग्स. सो इट मीन्स अब H2SO4, द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द मॉलिक्यूल ऑफ H2SO4 इज नॉट लाइक दिस. हम जस्ट समझने के लिए इमेजिन कर रहे हैं दैट कि एक सल्फर एटम होगा एंड देयर आर 2 हाइड्रोजन एटम्स एंड देयर आर 4 ऑक्सीजन एटम्स like this. या इसको हम ऐसे इमेजिन करें that we have a molecule like this and there are 1 sulfur, 2 hydrogen atoms and 4 oxygen atoms are present. Okay, so we can imagine a molecule like this which is formed with the help of these 4, 5, 6, 7 atoms. Okay, so there are 7 atoms and this 7 is its atomicity. Okay, atomicity is the number of atoms present in any molecule. Okay, atomicity is the number of atoms present in any molecule, and this coefficient, this is known as the index of any element. Okay, like in case of H2SO4, what is the index of hydrogen? 2. Okay, this is known as the index. For sulfur it is 1, for oxygen it is 4. So this is known as the index of any element, of any atom in a molecule or any element in a compound. Okay, so it means for the formation of compound we need atom. First we need atom and then these atoms will fuse with each other to form compound. Okay, to form molecule first and then to form compound. Okay, so element, if any atom is not able to exist independently, then it will combine with the similar atom to form a molecule. Okay, some atoms can exist independently. So this statement is not correct that all the atoms are independent, has independent existence, but this statement is true that all molecules have independent existence. Okay, molecules will not combine with other molecule. Clear? So keep this thing in your mind that molecules have independent existence, but atom don't have any independent existence. Some atoms have independent existence and some atom will not exist independently. Okay, so this is all about atoms and molecules, elements and compounds. Now, so for elements, atomic mass is defined. For compounds, molecular mass is defined. Okay, for elements, atomic mass is defined. Atomic mass is defined, and for compounds, molecular mass is defined. Okay. So now, if we talk about elements, what is the definition of atomic mass? Atomic mass is nothing but atomic mass. The formula for atomic mass is mass of one atom of atomic mass of any element. We are saying. So mass of one atom of that element divided by the mass of 1/12 of carbon 12 atom, ठीक है, which is also known as 1 AMU, 1 atomic mass unit. Okay, so this is the definition of atomic mass. Okay, what is the unit of atomic mass then? The unit of atomic mass is, now this mass of one atom of that element, this is in gram. Okay, this is in gram, and mass of 1/12 of carbon 12 atom, this is also in gram. And what is the value of 1 AMU? ठीक है, we can easily find the value of 1 AMU, which is equal to 1.67 into 10 की power minus 24 gram. ठीक है, this value is fixed. This is the mass of one proton. Okay, this is the mass of one proton. So in order to calculate the masses of all the elements, we have fixed the mass of hydrogen. ठीक है, we have fixed the mass of hydrogen because we know that one hydrogen atom contain how many number of protons? One proton. It means the mass of hydrogen atom is equal to the mass of the one proton, which is equal to 1.67 to 10 की power minus 24. So we can easily calculate the masses of other elements with the help of masses of other atoms of the other elements with the help of hydrogen. ठीक है, so this is known as relative atomic mass. It means we are finding how much heavier an element is from hydrogen. ठीक है, हम क्या कर रहे हैं कि हमें ये चेक करना है कि किसी भी एलिमेंट का एक एटम वो कितना ज्यादा हैवी है, हाउ मेनी टाइम्स इट इज हैवियर देन द एटम ऑफ हाइड्रोजन. नाउ दिस विल टेल अस that amount, how much. For example, this is the mass of hydrogen 1 AMU, and this is the mass of one atom of any element. For example, if the value comes out to be 5, it means जो एलिमेंट की हम बात कर रहे हैं उसका जो मास है वो हाइड्रोजन के मास से 5 गुना ज्यादा है. ठीक है, इट इज 5 टाइम्स हैवियर देन द मास ऑफ वन एटम ऑफ हाइड्रोजन. ओके, सो दिस इज नोन एज रिलेटिव एटॉमिक मास. हम क्या कर रहे हैं? रिलेट करके कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, वी आर रिलेटिंग. सो इन केस ऑफ ऑक्सीजन, इफ वी टॉक अबाउट ऑक्सीजन, ओके, ऑक्सीजन का मास जो है वो हाइड्रोजन के मास से 18 टाइम्स ज्यादा है. ठीक है, इट्स मास इज 18 टाइम्स ऑफ दैट ऑफ हाइड्रोजन. That is why its atomic mass is 18. Okay, sorry 16 times zyada. Okay, now what is the unit of atomic mass? The atomic mass unit is unitless, because gram divided by gram gives us 1, which is unitless. Okay, so the unit for atomic mass, this is a unitless quantity. Okay, now how to calculate the mass of one atom of any element? Just by multiplying this AMU with atomic mass. Okay, if we talk about helium, for helium atomic mass is 4. For helium the atomic mass is 4. For helium the atomic mass is 4. And for how can we calculate the mass of one atom of helium? So mass of one atom of helium is equal to atomic mass, that is 4 into AMU. Okay, so into AMU की वैल्यू आप बाद में पुट करना, and no need to put the value. So mass of one atom of helium कितना आ जाएगा 4 AMU. So if someone is asking from you that what is the difference between 4 and 4 AMU, so you can simply say that 4 is the atomic mass of helium, but 4 AMU is the mass of one atom of helium. Okay, 4 is the mass of one atom of helium. Similarly, if we talk about oxygen, ठीक है, what is 16? 16 is the atomic mass of oxygen. What is 16 AMU? 16 AMU is the mass of one atom of oxygen. ठीक है, so I hope the thing is clear to you all. So this is all about atomic masses. Okay, so the last topic for this lecture is molecular mass. So molecular mass is same, the definition is same. ठीक है, here we have molecular mass, and here we have mass of one molecule of that compound. Okay, so I am rubbing it off. So the unit is again unitless. Okay, because mass divided by mass will become 1, mass of one molecule of that compound divided by 1 AMU. Okay, divided by 1 AMU. So if we talk about water, okay, water, so its molecular mass is 18. ठीक है, but what is 18 AMU? 18 AMU is just multiplying atomic mass with AMU, we can get the value of one mass of one molecule of water. ठीक है, so the difference between 18 and 18 AMU is 18 is the molecular mass of water, but 18 AMU is the mass of one molecule of water. Okay, so this is all about atomic masses and molecular mass. So I hope you found this lecture helpful. Okay, so in the next lecture we will discuss about accuracy and precision, which are also very important. Okay, so thank you so much for watching the lecture.